Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another, let's cut that music on, another edition of I'm King Ginger Live. It is great to be back after, one, it was me and my wife's anniversary, so we took the time off. Last time, I tried to go live, and my computer just kept crashing like crazy. Listen, it kept crashing like crazy. I don't know what it was. Turned out, it was Claude, the desktop app, and it basically just completely just overheated and overclocked my computer, to the point that my computer actually crashed due to CPU overheating. And so if you want to send super chats to help me get a decent computer, you're more than welcome to do that. But what I did, it was actually really fascinating. What I did was I went and took pictures of all my BIOS settings, and I sent it to Claude, and it was actually, this was not what crashed it, this was actually what fixed it. The actual desktop executable is what doesn't work, but through the web browser on my phone it was great. So just would take pictures of BIOS settings, computer settings, and I said, Claude, I just want you to like increase the performance of my computer in ways I didn't know was possible. And I'm going to tell you right now, one, it increased my RAM speed by 40%, because I guess there's a toggle on my BIOS that was swapped, so my RAM was only running at a megahertz less than what the RAM is capable of. So it was running at 2.3, and it was capable of 3,000 hertz. So you know, that's a big difference. And then that was like the main thing. I was like, whoa. I didn't even, first off, I don't know when that toggle got set or if it's always been that way, but I don't care. I'm just very happy that Intel default setting on my BIOS was turned off, because that slowed the RAM down. The other thing, and I still haven't figured this out, I have a second monitor here, and forever this monitor has only been capable of 1920 by 1080. I for sure thought it was 4K, because the actual frame and megahertz and all that sort of stuff that it runs on is way more capable. It's like, but it run like 1080 but could do 170 hertz. Like, it's like, what is going on? And I'm never able to figure out it was 4. I always, maybe I just, because it was never 4K. And then I was told, but I told Claude, hey, here's the monitor settings, and we adjusted, did some buttons, and then for the first time in years, this monitor miraculously went from a 920 monitor to a 4K monitor. I just don't know how that happened, because usually you could just set a monitor for 4K, but I've never been able to do that. Windows would never let me. But now all of a sudden, whatever me and Claude did, we made we created a 4K monitor out of thin air, is what it feels like. So anyway, first off, if you're watching on LinkedIn, thank you for watching. If you're watching, I'm streaming on X, YouTube, Kick, of course, always 100% Kick, and then Facebook as well. What we're going to be doing, assuming you guys, assuming we're live, yeah, okay, we are live, everything's good. I wanted to I thought it'd be fun to let's go through Freepik. So Freepik is this website that I got a subscription to. It's absolutely phenomenal in every way. And so I thought we could just live prompt together. And so that is what I think it's going to be fun to do. So I'm working on a specific project, and the specific project I will show you. I have it up in Premiere. You guys ready for this? Look, I'm telling you, if you like this, let me know. Hey, what's up, Diffster? On Kick, how's it going, Diffster? So we're gonna go through AI video prompting, but I want to show you kind of like how I was able to do this AI video prompting. So let me just go to because I spent a lot of time on this, and so here we go. Okay, So basically, what I did, I'm just gonna go right to the top. Okay, let's make this a little bigger. It might be, now that I have 4K, everything's so small on my monitor. But okay, so here's the I uploaded. Let's get right to it. I uploaded the entire Fox's Book of Martyrs into Claude because I love Fox's Book of Martyrs, and we're in an era of cowards. And so I thought for sure it'd be really cool to do. Basically, my idea was like, what if the martyrs had their own TikTok reel or video that they were uploading? And so I creating what I call Fox's Reels of Martyrs, or Fox's Shorts, something like that. So what I did was I uploaded the entire prompt, and I said, what I've uploaded is Fox's Books of Martyrs. I want you to know this exhaustively, and I want to create a series of scripts for a short 3-minute video for YouTube. The script should be a narration of a single martyr in modern dialect. It should be told from the martyr's perspective. It is absolutely essential and the highest priority that none of the scripts you create sound like they are written by AI. The tone and style of each script should be like an episode of Black Mirror. And let me know if you have any questions. So, and it says, I've read the entire book, all 250 pages, roughly 1 million characters of text. I have a strong working knowledge of every chapter. So now I have a prompting skill that I've made. The prompting skill is basically, I spent a whole day just uploading a skill for AI video prompting. So basically any model, what works best on that model. Hey, what's up, Jesse's literally working on AI video prompting right now. And Haps, what's up, Haps? And so anyway, so what I was getting to is I've made this skill set, and it basically has knowledge of the best prompting techniques for each video modeler, how to prompt for that model, and basically what I can do is I can basically create the crappiest prompt, and it'll actually formulate a really well calibrated, detailed, specific prompt based on the worst possible prompt that I do for the specific model that it thinks will do it best. And then it'll also, this is what was really key, it'll tell me how to do it in a way that minimizes overall credit use, so I don't have to burn credits trying to figure out like what's the best way. And it gives me credit estimates, and it all usually provides a way to do it for free as mock-ups to see if that's good enough. And then if there's something that we can't do, like a multi-shot or continuous take scene with several director beats, then we'll burn credits on it. And then so I made the script. Well, actually, let me just show you what I got. Let me just show you what I did here. This is so by the way, guys, I'm actually physically editing to all you anti AI haters who says it's not real filmmaking. I'm actually physically editing. Isn't that crazy? How is that possible? How am I physically editing? So let me mute my media here. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys this, what I have, and we'll try to scale this up as much as possible. Let's see, let's fit. Okay, that'll have to do for you guys. Okay, so all right, so this is Fox. Look, guys, this is Fox's Book of Martyrs. It's Fox's Book of Martyrs in modern storytelling sort of thing. Listen, this is a dream project I've had of mine for years and years and years. Is basically Fox's Book of Martyrs, episodic. Every episode is another martyr. And just had this idea for years of wanted to do this, but in the style of Black Mirror, so that each episode is different, and it's dramatic and it's R-rated as it should be, and you should not do Fox's Book of Martyrs unless it's R-rated. It just has to be. And so, okay, so here we go. This is what I have. This is Thomas Cranmer, by the way. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the martyr Thomas Cranmer, but here we go. So
they're going to burn me in about 20 minutes. I want to tell you something before that happens. Not because I'm brave. I need you to understand that up front. But because what happened in that church just now is going to get retold by people who weren't standing where I was standing. And most of them will make me sound like a hero. I'm not. I signed their papers. All of them.
So like all this, like this is like still all rough. This is just me basically storyboarding Fox's Book of Martyrs with Thomas Cranmer as a TikTok
6
short.
recantations.
It's crazy.
One after another.
So I still have stuff
Each
that
a little
I don't have all the
worse
footage
than the
here,
last.
so.
The first time, I told myself.
Yeah, are you guys watching this, chat? Are you guys watching this? This is crazy, okay? Look, all you AI haters, you guys can just go pound sand, because I'm going to tell you, you can say, oh, well, it's not as much work, and all. Listen, I will put in all the work, but you know the problem? The problem is that you can't get money and investment from the capital gatekeepers to make this stuff. I'll put in all the work. I'll put in all the time, right? But so here's the thing, but I get to tell my stories without having to rely on some leftist co-opted sort of, whether it's a donor advisor fund, whether it's a sort of faith-based platform that just wants 65-year-old women Hallmark church slop. I get to actually make these stories as tests and demonstrations. But look, so go pound sand, all you AI haters. Go pound sand. Either pound sand or write a check. That's all I'm saying. So like, go write a check. Now, would I like to see this as a live action? Absolutely. But I've been pitching this for years. I've been pitching this for years, and everyone's like, oh no, that's too violent, it's too bloody, it's too dramatic. Watch this last scene. Watch this last scene. You guys need to watch this last scene. I don't care that it doesn't have real actors. I don't care if it's a voiceover. I don't care if it's version 1.0. Is that where we're at of AI filmmaking? I don't care. This is incredible. Ready?
Written by
Here
a
we go.
hand. You'll spend the rest.
So, just by the way, it's a backstory on Cranmer. He signed 6 recantations of his statements against the Pope, and he was burned alive. Well, to save his life, he was a coward. So he signed all these recantations until the last one, and then the last one, he refused to do so, and he said he's going to put his right hand in the fire and make sure his hand that signed those papers is burned first. And so this is the last.
By a hand, you'll spend the rest of your life wishing you could destroy. So I'll do the next best thing. I'll hold it in the fire, and I'll watch it go.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. I don't care what you guys say. Yeah, am I excited about AI filmmaking? Yeah, heck yeah, I'm excited about AI filmmaking. You guys look, pound sand or write a check. If you're really mad about AI filmmaking and you think AI filmmakers are going to take all your jobs, then write a check so we can hire the filmmakers. That's all I'm saying. And don't be a coward with that money and let the storytellers be able to tell these crazy stories that exist. They're out there. So, yeah. So, let's see if there's... I am having trouble with... This is like the hardest part. Like, I'm trying to get these recantations, but getting it to like actually like I can't put the writing on the, like I haven't been able to figure out how to get the writing, like the actual recantation. I cannot for the life of me get him to write his signature. Like this is the closest I could get to a T, and I don't even know what he's saying, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not like I'm not going for that sort of realism here. And the audio, by the way, so the audio is done through 11 Labs. And in my prompting skill, I created all sorts of narrations, fluctuations of how the voices narrate left. If there's a pause, if there's a stutter, if there's a hesitation, like all those sort of things you can add into 11 Labs prompt, and we'll get into that. And so I took the script that Claude made, which, by the way, when it made it, from the book, I was like, "Wow, that's really decent." It's like 99% there. I think the only problem I had is editing for timing, because in order for it to be a short, it has to be under 3 minutes. Ideally 2.5. There's no way I'm going to get this to 2.5. I've cut this thing down. I think it was like 350. I'm still trying to get it cut down, and the problem is the music I timed it to is just like 1 second over 3 minutes. So I'm gonna have to figure something out, but I think I can take a little bit in the beginning. There's a long delay, but I'm not gonna do that until the end. But
they're going to burn me in about 20.
Yeah, so like that delay doesn't need to be that long, and then there's a gap here. So I think, but I like the tone of the music.
In about 20 minutes.
I
want to tell you something before
dramatic
that
act of them
happens.
carrying the logs to the stake is crazy. Like that is a crazy shot. And so yeah, so this is
The man.
this is kind of cool. This is his
I was afraid. Thomas Cranmer, the man who put the English Bible into the hands.
I don't even. Yes. So that's not English text, by the way.
Of every parish in this country, sat alone in a cell, and signed away everything.
And like the crazy thing with Freepik, it is the same character. So I have this guy. Let me show you. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. What's up, chat? Are you guys like? Is this fun for you? Let me know. Diffster says this is amazing. I think the music is a bit loud compared to the speaking. Yeah, I'm not even done editing. So nothing is mixed. Audio and all that sort of stuff is not mixed. When I edit, I like to have the music loud in my ears over the audio, because I want to make sure that the beats are hitting to the music. So my first edit, the music is always going to be louder than the audio, 100% all the time. That's just how I do it. So let's so we have Premiere. Let's go to all right, let's go here. So there's a scene. I wonder if I can play it without you guys. I wonder if it'll
into the hands of.
Okay. So there's a scene here. So let me I'll turn the volume down just so we can kind of I'll turn the volume on the music down, just because now we're focusing on what the vocals actually say.
Plan was simple. Stand the broken archbishop up in front of Oxford and have him confirm publicly that Rome was right and he was wrong.
This is just
their show,
the audio bit, right?
Their script. I rehearsed the lines they gave me. And I stood up on that platform, looked out at all those faces, the ones who hated me, the ones who wouldn't look at me at all. And something happened that I don't fully have language for. I told the truth. I told them every recantation was a lie, that I wrote those words against my own heart and out of nothing but fear. I told them the Pope is Christ's enemy.
So, so just crazy. And so, all right, visitor. Yeah. Diffster. I'll reach back out to you. I'm not there yet. I'm not that experienced yet, but I'll reach back out to you. That's awesome. Thank you.
Antichrist.
So what we're looking for is this scene of him in church. So the scene in my head is that this guy is about to recant again. This is how I see it. And instead of recanting, he just goes. You know what I mean? Like he just like all his gospel coalitions sort of politicizing all, you know, all the David French. All the David French just leaves his body, and he just, you know, lets everybody know, you know, he's not going to fall for it. So that's a scene. There's crowds, there's guards, there's all of this. And so if we go to Freepik, I'm already working on this. Here's my, okay. So in Claude, I have, okay. So basically what I've been doing is I've been saying, let's create the listen, watch this. This is crazy. Okay. Let's create the B-roll of Kramer. Just pulling up my OBS, making sure you guys can see the browser. Okay. Yep. Let's create the B-roll of Kramer inside. I say Kramer. that'd be funny if I made him actually Kramer. But let's create the Cranmer B-roll of Cranmer inside the church and prison clothes, testifying and finally telling the truth. Angry crowds enrage him once he finally gets courage in an instant. I need shots of him yelling, close-ups of angry crowds yelling and spitting, and any stuff I missed. So what it did, it went to my model, my prompting skill, and then it created this document, which can we maximize? Okay, we'll do this. Okay, this will be better. Whoa, not that. No, stop. What's going on? Okay. So it created this document, which is long, but basically it gives me the scene, St. Mary's Church in Oxford. So in Freepik, if we go here, I actually added St. Mary's Church in Oxford, pictures of St. Mary's Church, as a reference. So, you know, this is my best presentation of making sure it's the actual church. So this is the video that it made of him walking and people looking at him as he's walking down, like just in slow motion, just walk. It looks crazy. But does he have a beard in that image? I don't think he does. Does it matter? Definitely needs a beard. We can work on trying to make that change. But so, like, you know, you have to be very specific with the prompt. You have to, like, you have, like, if it misses something, you have to go back to the prompt and make sure that it knows exactly what that prompt is. But this is Cranmer walking through with the guards in the church. It's crazy. So I added St. Mary's Church in Oxford as a reference. Lighting, church interior, gold, gray, daylight from windows. Church 1A led through the church doors. Church 1B walking the aisle. So it creates all these different B-rolls. 1A, 1B. It tells me exactly it creates a shot list. And so then I just I copy and paste these into Freepik, and I edit and manipulate them as I want. There's a dragging out scene. This is what we'll work on. We're going to work on this live because this will be really fun. And then this is a multi-shot continuous sequence. This is going to be insanely difficult. So this will be a lot of fun to do too, because just the complexity of this. I have an idea of how to do it. But so basically what this is this is Kramer. This is his turn. This is his I guess he's going from, in wrestling terms, he's not a heel anymore, right? So this is his what's the opposite of a heel turn? Any wrestling fans in the chat? Yeah. So it's the opposite of a heel turn. So he's going from the bad guy who recants, and in this moment he's on his knees. He stands up in one shot, and then the crowds grab him and pull him out as like one take. So we're going to try to do this one take. I can cut faster scenes. Usually what I've been doing is, like, if it doesn't really, because sometimes it just doesn't do one take well at all. And what I can do is I can pitch together several scenes with start and end frames. And that's helpful. But what I've been doing is I've just been taking the one scene that I want and doing like 2 or 3 versions of it, and then cutting the clips that I like the best in it. And that works. It's not one shot, but that works as well. But this is, yeah. So this is exact. It gives you the cut guide, which I have not been following. I've been look. I what I want you guys to see from this is like a deeply rooted human skill set, and like there's a lot of human nature involved in sort of doing this, and so a lot of that, and so I don't really allow it to tell me where to place everything. I've kind of just been doing that completely myself. And this is the cool part: credit cost 375 to 450 credits. That's just for the multi-shot sequence. I think it'll be more than that, because we're gonna do multiple versions to get it right. But let's do what is it? Let's do the drag guards pushing through the crowd towards him. Hands seizing his arms. This is the multi-shot sequence. Where is this in the line? Cut, crowd, church, crowd, drag, A, and then I guess it gives me, oh, it gives me, okay, this is optional. So this is the scene. Let's just do some of these crowd shots. I still need a lot of crowd shots. Medium shot of spectators in the church pew. A woman's hands flies to her mouth. A woman leans forward in disbelief. Let's do this. So what I do is I go into Freepik. Then we're going to go in. First thing we're always going to do is go into image generator. And so we're going to use the image generator, and then we're going to upload, and we're going to go to history a bit, and we're going to just put these pictures of the churches as reference points, just so it has some reference for the architecture. And then our character is Kramer. If I show you guys, if I edit this, I'll show you what I did. So I had it design him. This actually took a long time. You would be shocked, because it would not get the beard right, and because it was making it with like the really clean reformational beard. But I thought, like, if he's in prison, he's probably not gonna have like the most clean cut, straightened beard. So once I got the first model, I had it do a left and right model as well, and then 2 versions of his face. I think that's 2 versions of his face. Oh, I think one's a cover, like as a cover photo. So this, yeah, the star is a cover photo. That's not the model; it's just a cover for me. But so you have the front, left, and right. That's what I had it do. And then we're gonna select him. So now every scene, if Cranmer's in it, which actually I don't believe he's in this at all, so we don't need to put him in there. We're just using medium shot spectators in the church referenced in image 1 and image 2. A woman's hand flies to her mouth. A man leans forward in disbelief, mouth open. The person beside him grabs his arm. Front row, the monks are frozen, satisfied expressions cracking into confusion. This should probably be multiple close-up shots, but we're just gonna go. We're gonna see what it. We're gonna see what it does. We're gonna do 9:16 because that's all we're making. And then I do 4 copies. Yeah. So now we wait and the suspense builds. All right, hey Dipster, thanks for joining the chat. Yeah, look at this. This guy right here is like super happy. Look at that. That's a base dude. This guy right here on the right is super base. Look at that guy. Yeah, that's funny. Actually I like that. So, uh, yeah, we got the church building close enough. You know, it's like just have to be. It has to be close enough. We're not making an Oscar nominated. This is what is going on. Look at. Yeah. So sometimes it completely biffs it. Yeah. So this is too bright. The contrast on this I don't like, and it looks too cartoony. This looks. Let's try to. Uh, let's see the emotions from the crowd are serious and somber. Uh, this is not a moment for levity. Let's try that. Let's see if this actually, and then we'll. By the way, these image generations are absolutely free. Thanks, Jesse. I'm glad you find this helpful, man. Please be sure to share it, like it, comment, keep the chat going. Appreciate appreciate that comment. So by the way, all these image generations are free, so I could do this all day. So I'm not gonna burn credits. I'm not gonna do that. And then when we put it into the AI model, we're gonna use the free AI model to see what it does. Usually, the free AI model for what we're doing here, we're just doing stupid TikTok reels. We're not, building a cinematic masterpiece. So usually, it can get it right. So see, look, I told it was a serious and somber, and yet there's always some based people that just don't respect the situation. Some of this is just pure nonsense. I think this is the best one. Let's go with this one. This actually looks legitimate. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy this prompt. It copies it just by clicking on it, and we're gonna go to create video. Right? Okay. So we're creating a video, and then we don't need any character elements. We could probably add as reference points some of these just the church architecture. No, not that one. Where's the one with it? Yeah, this one has kind of church architecture for the most part. You know what? We might. I don't even think we actually need that. Let's not give it too much. And then we're going to copy and paste the exact same prompt that we had. And then so 5 to 6 seconds, 9 by 16. We're going to make sure. See, it's going to charge me for credits because our model is not the free model. No, not multiple. I don't want to use multiple models. That's crazy. All models, and then we're gonna go to these. So there's these are basically how much it charges you, right? So runway is pretty good. So we're still on CDS 1.5, which sucks. So hopefully they can get it up to 2.0 pretty soon. I'm sure if you're got a higher price plan, you could probably already get there, but Clean 2.5 is actually really good. So it doesn't. Why is that still? Oh, so yeah, it's gonna. We're making everything at 720. Make everything at 720, and then we can use like a plugin on Premiere to upscale it to 1080 before we upload it if we want to. But so okay, so we're gonna just generate this prompt. Oh, I see. I left some tags in there. I wonder if that's gonna. I've done this before. I've left tags in there and it actually creates like a storyboard model with all the different and I thought it was, it was a mistake. But it was kind of cool to sort of see that. Dun, 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 dun. Jesse, man, what kind of project are you working on? You said you're doing video editing. I'd be curious to know what kind of like prompting you're doing. And by the way, my pace actually is way faster just in terms of like the workflow. I copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste all the images. Usually what I do is I try to add this as a split tab, which it's not going to let me do. I don't think I can do it in Firefox for my streaming setup, but I don't think, can you add a, it looks like, maybe, wait, maybe you can. No, I don't want to do that. That just adds a tab group. Anyway, not important. But what I do is so my workflow is copy, image generate, paste, copy, image generate, paste, copy, and then so I make like 4 or 5 scenes at a time until I get the picture, the scenes that I like, and then I go and turn those images into video. Let's see. It's too comical. It's too comical. So, okay, so usually when I run into an issue like this, I mean, these guys look like, also the depth of field just went out of, what is going on there? So, anyway, so this is too comical. So this is what we do. So we take this, let's take this prompt, and we'll go into Claude. We'll fix this real quick. This prompt, we're going to take this prompt and we're just going to give it exactly how it was given. This prompt, Claude, this prompt you gave me is returning more comical, over expressive emotion, not serious. I need the emotion of the faces in the crowd to be legitimate and dark, not comedic or poorly acted. Here is the prompt for the shot. Please rewrite this properly. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys are liking that. Be sure to follow me on Kick if you're watching somewhere else, if you want to learn this. I'm probably going to be doing this a lot. So. And now we wait for Claude to rewrite the prompt. So Claude the problem is stacking too many exaggerated physical gestures in one prompt. Hand flies to mouth, mouth open, grabs his arm. The AI reads that as a slapstick level reaction because you're describing broad stage acting. Real shock is quieter. It lives in the eyes, not the hands. Amazing. It's amazing. Guys, it's amazing. You guys are out of your mind. Oh, you know what? I've got to share this while that's okay. It loaded up. Hold on, real quick while that's loading up. I have to share this on Twitter. I hate that you have to do that. I forgot because I got a lot of AI haters following me on Twitter right now. I got a lot. So don't. I got that music in my head. It's crazy. And like all this time streaming, and you have to actually go into Twitter and reshare your stream in order for it to be at all visible. It's crazy. It shares it on your timeline, but it doesn't push it out as much unless you actually let's see, to all the AI film making is not real film making crowd. I am live streaming right now to prove you wrong. This is a skill and a craft. Follow and join the chat. Join the chat. All right. That should get some heat. Get some action going. X just does not push live streams unless you're like a legitimate influencer. They just do not. All right. So let's go back to this prompt here. All right. Let's put some background music on. All right. So here we go. So it says the problem is hand flies mouse. This is broad stage acting. Real shock is quieter. So 3 options depending on what you need. My recommendation is option C, the monk, because it's one face, one emotional trajectory, and tells a story. Well, let's see what that says. Close up of a 3/4 view of a monk in dark robes. Let's just pop this in. Let's read this. Close up of a 3/4 view of a monk in dark robes seated in the front pew of a stone church. His face is lit. So we don't need this. Well, we actually have to put this as an image prompt. We're gonna have to do this again as an image prompt. Image generator. Close up 3/4 view of a monk, and we're just gonna get rid of. Well, we'll leave one right. Yeah, we'll leave the reference. Close up monk in dark. Seated, his face is lit by a cold gray light. Seconds ago, he was composed and satisfied. Now his expression is crumbling in real time. His brow tightens, his nostrils, his eyes narrow as reality of what he's hearing registers. His fingers whiten on the wooden pews in front of him. The smugness is gone. What replaces is colder than anger. It is the face of a man watching with certainty dissolve. Photorealistic, fine. All right, let's just see what this does. I think it gives cartoony expressions on the free models, right? So we're using free models. That's kind of what you get. I don't want to burn credits on image generation just to get the starter. What we could do is we could do a character model. It just depends how important this scene is. I like this guy. This guy looks legit. Let's just see what it does with this. Let's copy this prompt. Let's just go with it and then create a video and just see what happens. And then 720. Dude, so many times I've actually accidentally not changed that and just burned credit on a test. Only thing is there's not a lot of people there. Let's edit this. Let's see, there should be more people behind him, as this should be a crowded church. See what this does. I'm not going to burn credits on this, am I? Just make sure I'm on the... I just feel like that should have more people in the background. It looks kind of empty. But what do I know? I'm just AI film prompting. I'm just telling the computer to make it whatever and just using whatever the computer puts out, right? Because that's just AI filmmaking. You just kind of you don't do anything. It's low skill. It's low skill to do AI filmmaking. This is better. But they look like they have modern clothes on. Let's see. This is the work. So there should be more people in the be crowded church. The shot composition. There should be more. You know, Reformation era people behind him, as this should be a crowded church. The shot composition should remain the same, with the pews packed behind him, out of focus. His face is the only one in focus. Everything else is extremely shallow depth of field. Try this. See what this does, and then we'll go back and look at the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the asylum. Welcome to the asylum. Dude, X sucks. Did they have wigs? Do they have wigs? I'm gonna generate some more options so we don't have people with wigs. Did people in the Reformation? Let me ask. Did people during the Reformation wear white-haired wigs in England? Or did those come about? Oh. No, people in England did not generally wear white-haired powdered wigs during the Reformation. Those were Victorian 17th. That's what I thought. We can't have that. Oh, that's better. That's it. But that's the winner. That's the winner. All right, let's go back. Let's see actually if this video got made. This is. I don't. Those. Oh, here we go. He looks cracked out. He looks cracked out there. Let's remove this. Let's make a video with this and then put this prompt in. Link servers are dude, oh, that's the worst part. Okay. Oh, okay. Only if I did 1080 was there a long wait. All right. What's up, chat? Anybody out there? I'm just changing the world on live stream. No need. No need. See if LinkedIn has shared this. Let's see. I think I may have to repost on LinkedIn. All right. I think I think we've shared it as much as we can to get the algorithm to bless it. Let's see. Is he a monk? Would he be happy about this? Or would it be the Catholics that would be mad? Because I don't know if he's angry or mad. But I do like this. I like just so this first. How long is this? So I got about, you know, I got about 3 or 4 seconds I can pull from for this. So we're gonna save this. Because you don't, that's the other thing, you don't have to use everything it gives you. You can only use some of it. You know, I was doing all this on my laptop. And when I did that, it didn't keep the directories and subdirectories. I wonder if there was just a setting when I exported the project. We're gonna save this as a angry pew setter. We're gonna use this. We're gonna bring this into Premiere. One second, we're gonna bring it into Premiere and find it. All right, Premiere. By the way, if there's anybody new that's joining the stream and would like to know what we're working on, or you just kind of tuned in, let me know. Let me know in the chat, and I'll play it again, so you guys can see. I'll give a summary. Let's see. Where do
At all those faces, I told them every recantation was a lie.
Okay, so what?
I told them the Pope is Christ's enemy.
Yeah, looks like he might be mad.
Fear. I told them the Pope is Christ's enemy.
We only need about right here. We don't need the goofiness of him crying. Is he crying, laughing? I don't know.
I told them the Pope is Christ's enemy.
Yeah. Here we go. Alright. Sorry to all the Chad casts on my timeline, by the way, but this is a story. I'm sorry to all the Tradcasts, but it's what it is. I mean, this is the historical reality.
The fear doesn't leave. You'd think selling out would at least buy you some peace. It doesn't. You just become afraid and ashamed, which is worse.
I love that mirror scene. I love that mirror scene. You know, there is one shot here that I don't like. Where is it? Not that. That one's okay.
Standing where I was standing.
It's a beautiful shot.
Hero.
It's this. Oh, I got rid of it. Okay, never mind. There was a shot that I didn't like that I got rid of already. I feel like
standing.
Right here.
And most of them will make me sound like a hero.
Most of them will make me sound like a hero. Needs another clip. So let's what I want to do is I want to go find view grid. We have to go back in time a lot. You guys can see all the revisions I did on this. Just how it you can see. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing the screen, am I? There we go. You can just see all the revisions here. It's crazy. And like the hand, that one, like it just comes out of nowhere. The seal's like on the table and like it just, you really do have to play with it some. Like it's not, like this was me trying just different writing. This is like a weird candle flicker, and then I finally got this one, which was a little bit smoother with the reflections of his signature on there. You really, there's a candle. So you really have to play with this a lot. But this was a shot I didn't like. This is a shot I did like, and I wanted more gossip. So let's copy this prompt, and then we're gonna go into image generator. This medium shot behind two women. In dark Reformation era clothing. We're just going to clothing standing shoulder to shoulder, their backs filling the lower half of the. Well, it doesn't have to. Their backs filling the 9:16 frame. They face away from the camera towards an unseen event in the distance. One tilts the head slightly toward the other as if exchanging a gossiping. This is what we want. Gossiping word. Their posture is upright, composed, satisfied. Cold, overcast, gray morning light. Saturated, cool tones. Let's see how this changes it. Here's we get a good one from here. Yeah. What do we got? No, because they're in the church. Why are they in the church? They shouldn't be in the church. There's nothing that says church. I do like this, but the background is. Let's see, in the background, in the background, completely out of focus, you can see the stake rising above the crowd. See if it's able to do this. Model. And then this side. I believe if these are Protestant women, they would be kind of cheerful and saying he's such a hero. So the tone, this tone, it's pretty cool. Am I quiet? CC Groves? What's quiet? I don't know what's quiet. Is it me? Jesse, you're using Nano Banana to get the keyframes of each scene prior prompting the video. So I'm not using Nano Banana. I'm not using those tools directly. I'm using them, which I should be, but that gets expensive really quick. So what I'm doing is I'm using a model that accesses some of the skills and features of those models. So I don't have exactly quite all the flexibility. That steak is not. What is going on there? Let's try again. That is not. I'm just trying to fill the frame a little bit. Like I like this, but I just feel like the the frame can be filled a little bit more. And also there's a, seems to be a gray line here at the bottom, kind of like an artifact. You had to turn my volume up a lot for me? I'm at negative, my decibels are hitting -10. I don't know how I could get any louder than that. I'm not sure. I mean, I could go to -5. Huh. Are you talking about the background music or my voice? Because my voice looks like it's hitting. I can turn it up. I mean, so it's good. I got it capped at a certain. Could be something on your. I think it has to be something on your end. I'll try to turn it up a little bit. But I look, man, I had Claude fix my audio settings pretty well. But maybe I need threshold 18, output gain. Let's turn the output gain up a little bit to right about there. How's that? Is that better? Let's go to 8. Is that a little bit better? Yeah. How's that? Is that fine? Maybe it just okay. All right, we're gonna keep it there. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what that steak that it's making is just not accurate. Let's change in the background completely out of focus. You can see the steak be a wooden pole rising above the crowd. Rising above the crowd, but distant in the background. You can see a wide, or wide. Let's just see if it's able to do something with this. Shall we? Do 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 do. Bonet says, is that all in Claude? No. We're using Freepik and Claude together. So we're using 2 AI. That seems way too big. That is way too big. I like it. I like this scene. But the pole, we got to get that pole right. How do we get that pole right? You can see a wide wooden pole rising a wide plain undecorated log pole rising above the crowd about 10 feet in size and height, but distant in the background. Let's try this. I mean, I'm trying to get specific with this. I should just ask Claude to prompt him. Yo, Jesse, how many credits does Freepik use per generation? So I got the 1-year plan. It's $350. You can find some coupon codes online if you Google. But it's $350, and then you get 500,000 credits a year. So it's a 1-year plan with 500,000 credits. And it burns about... I mean, you're going to probably... I would say you're probably going to go through maybe 20,000 credits per project. If you're really heavy on man, that pole is that is not 10 feet. What is going on here? I cannot get this pole right. let's ask oh, you know what we could do? Let's see if we can go to image generator. We can get rid of this, and then we'll use this image, and then use this image, use as a reference, put the prompt in, and then we'll go to this prompt editor, and then we'll have it enhance the prompt. So this will actually make your prompt really nice. In the background, completely out of focus, you can see a wide plain, undecorated log pole rising above the crowd about 10 feet in height and positioned far in the distance. Frames. I feel like this is going to give us the same thing, but let's give it a shot with 4 different versions. Oh, kick chat is popping. What do you recommend for high fidelity projects? I'm still learning, so I'm not like entirely sure, but I think like so far the best I've seen is Seedance 2.0. I don't know if that's been publicly released. I think Kling and Higgsfield is probably some of the best ones I've seen. What I'm using on here on Freepik is I'm using Kling 2.5 because they give you unlimited video generations and they look pretty decent. If you're trying to do like really high quality cinematic stuff like that doesn't look like AI, like I'm not afraid of it looking like AI. But if you're looking for stuff that's like that's it. That's exactly the shot I wanted. All right. So if you're not afraid of it looking like AI, then Kling 2.5 actually does a really good job. And I imagine over the course of this year, they're going to update with more models that you can access. And then of course all this stuff is going to get cheaper and cheaper. It's going to use less AI, less credits and less credits. It's just like that's just how it's going to work. So we're going to copy this prompt. Actually, we're not going to use this prompt. We're going to use the one for Claude had. Wait, what was the original prompt that gave us? Wasn't there an original prompt that gave us? I think it was this one. This was the one we liked. Yeah, okay. So we're going to use this prompt, and then we're going to copy this. Medium shot from behind the 2 women is dark reformation clothing standing shoulder to shoulder, their backs, they face away from the camera towards unseen event in the distance. One tilts the head slightly. All right, let's try to do this at 720. So as you can see, Jesse, this is unlimited generations. But if I wanted to, I can go here to all these different models, and there's just a ton of models here. So Kling 3.0, Google VO, all these sort of things. Like there's a lot you can do. And then of course it just gives you credit estimates. Basically, like usually what I found is if it says it's going to be, let's see, like Seedance 1.5 is 180 credits. It's usually about that. It might be like 350 to 500. It just depends on the settings and stuff you use, you know? Like that's really the key, you know, the settings. So, yeah. It's great. I love it. Look, I love it. You cannot convince me that this isn't an amazing gift from God. You can't, none of the haters on X, nobody can convince me. You can't. Look, I'm telling you, I've been trying to do this Fox's Book of Martyrs project for years and years and years, and no one has the guts to do it. So if it's going to take you can complain about I'm using AI and I'm taking away jobs from people, but if nobody wanted to invest and do this thing, then it's y'all's problem. It's y'all's problem. All right, let's see how this video turned out. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna save this. Man, it took a while. It took a while. It took a while, but we got it. You know, like you have to you have to play with it. Like you have to look. It takes a lot of time, right? It takes a lot of time to do this, and you have to really like you got to be patient with its renderings and stuff. Let's see.
I'm not.
We wanted to split this take. Let's try this. Let's see how
Told by people who weren't standing where I was standing. And most of them will make me sound like a hero.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm not. Yeah, that's great. I love it. It's, you know.
But because what happened in that
I'm telling you, man, the key to this is like patience and iteration. It's, you know, this is why I compare it to kind of like stop motion or animation, because you're just constantly and look, all these problems of like having like we have like less control over the prompt. We're kind of doing a little bit of guesswork. All these problems are going to be taken out. Like eventually you're going to have really full control. You're going to be able to, I guarantee you, it's going to get to a point where you're going to be able to like pretty much one shot every clip you want for a project. And I'm super excited about it. Who's new? Who hasn't seen this yet? I want to show you guys. This is what I'm doing. It's Fox's Book of Martyrs. I uploaded the entire Fox's Book of Martyrs into the prompt. And I had it create a script of one martyr and him telling the camera moments before his execution why he's about to be executed.
They're going to burn me in about 20 minutes. I want to tell you something before that happens. Not because I'm brave. I need you to understand that up front. But because what happened in that church just now is going to get retold by people who weren't standing where I was standing. And most of them will make me sound like a hero. I'm not. I signed their papers. All of them. 6 recantations, one after another, each a little worse than the last. The first time, I told myself it was strategy. The second time, I told myself it was survival. By the fourth, I'd stopped pretending I had reasons. I was afraid. Thomas Cranmer, the man who put the English Bible into the hands of every parish in this country, sat alone in a cell and signed away everything he believed because he did not want to burn.
Everywhere there's black, everywhere there's
Here's what
black,
nobody tells you about
if there's black, I don't have footage there yet.
Betrayal.
Just so you guys know.
The fear doesn't leave. You'd think selling out would at least buy you some peace. It doesn't. You just become afraid and ashamed, which is worse. The plan was simple. Stand the broken archbishop up in front of Oxford and have him confirm publicly that Rome was right and he was wrong.
So that, and then
I told them the Pope is Christ's enemy.
Sorry, Chad Cass. It's just historical.
Don't believe in. Written by a hand, you'll spend the rest of your life wishing you could destroy. So I'll do the next best thing. I'll hold it in the fire, and I'll watch it go.
Yeah, that's it. So that's where we're at. That is where we're at. Yo, buddy. Yo, buddy. That's what we're doing. So, let's see. Hold on. I'm looking at my. See, I got a chat, but I'm not seeing where it came from. CC Grove says he likes it. That's weird. It came up on my screen prior to it coming up in the Kick Chat. That seems impossible. But it did. What was Paige saying? Paige says, gives me chills to think about the Christian stories told that Hollywood never wanted to sell before. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you think I'm like worried about AI taking the jobs of filmmakers? I'm not. They had the opportunity. They had the opportunity. Same thing with faith-based filmmakers. The faith-based filmmakers, not the filmmakers, but the faith-based investors had the opportunity to actually invest in stuff that wasn't church slop. And now people are complaining about AI slop and how AI slop's not real filmmaking. I don't think church slop is real filmmaking, but that's what's gotten millions of dollars in investment for the worst possible movies you can imagine. So if you want to come at me, like, come at me. But the point is, you're investing in stupid stuff. You're investing in safe stories. You're investing in content for 65-year-old women for grandmas who want stuff that doesn't, make them blush. So you're not, when you have those sort of standards for filmmaking, you're not going to get Fox's Book of Martyrs episodics. You're not going to get some of the stories in church history, like you're not going to get the Scottish Covenanters, like you're not going to get Cromwell, like you're not going to get all these great American sort of, not American, but great Christian sort of historical context. That you look at the government right now. This is the thing, like, this is why I think this is like so important, because like here you have a guy who's basically David French. Thomas Cramden is basically a repentant version of David French. He was a coward for 6 times. He publicly recanted his teachings because he was afraid. And then the last time he says, no way, not going to do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. He repents of being David French and Phil Vischer. He repents of that sort of spirit. I rebuke you, the spirit of Phil Vischer, right? Like he repents of that, and then basically is burned alive. But before being burned alive, he sticks that hand into the fire that he signed those previous recantations for, and he makes sure that his hand is burned first. That's an incredible story. And the fact that nobody in the investment capital world has the courage to drop a check for a story like that is crazy. It's crazy, and it's because, I'm going to tell you exactly why. It's because the faith-based investment world, a large majority of it, not necessarily of individuals, not specifically individuals, but the organizations are David French and Phil Vischer. Like, those are the guys those organizations support. So, hey, I want to make a movie that rebukes the spirit of Phil Vischer, that rebukes the spirit of David French. Will you write a check? And they're like, no, those are great guys. Why would you want to do it? Well, it's the story of Thomas Cramden and how he sold out his soul out of fear and cowardice and became basically a cuck. And but at the end he redeems himself. At the end he redeems himself. Nobody's going to invest in that. Nobody's going to invest in that. But you know what we can do? We can use AI to tell those stories. We certainly can use AI to tell those stories. And if you want to see if you want to see this as an actual film, my messages are always open. So feel free. Yeah, I did see that, man. What is it? Was so David French actually thanked Nice a parody account from Nice, which is from isn't that from the is that the Great Divorce, or where's Nice? Nice is one of C.S. Lewis's organization, the National Institute of it's that hideous drink. That's what it is. And so Nice, what does Nice stand for? The National Institute of or something. Yeah. So same thing. It's the same thing as USAID. Yeah. So it's basically a USAID sort of like organization, but it was a parody account from the Hideous Drink, and that retweeted one of David French's tweets and thanked him, and David French thanked them for the kind words. Yes, unbelievable. The guy's a moron. But the point I was trying to make is if we have more stuff like crammed in, you're gonna have less fear. I mean, look at this. Look at this shot of his eyes. It's crazy. I'm
hold it
really
in the fire,
satisfied with that.
and I'll watch it go.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's crazy. The National Institute of Coordinated Experiment. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah, I did see that David French shared that. That's amazing. So, oh, man, we got more prompting. We got a lot more prompting to do. Let's see.
Stand the broken archbishop up in front of Oxford and have him confirm publicly that Rome was right and he was wrong.
Let's get that part. So let's get that part. Let's focus on that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Claude, and then we're gonna say, let's get the B-roll shot, the B-roll shots for the scene where Cramden explains what the plan is to stand before the plan is the archbishop stands before the church, etc. Let's get those B-roll shots. This is so it already knows my script. Claude is already aware of my script. It knows exactly what I'm referencing. And so all I have to do is say, hey, let's pull up some B-roll shots for this. All right, see you, Jesse. Thanks for joining the kick stream. Actually, really appreciate joining the kick stream. Anytime somebody's watching on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, I'm just like, just get to the kick stream. Watch on Kick. It's such a much better platform. All right. So we're creating these B-roll shots. Yeah, man. But yeah, so I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of AI filmmaking. I think it's fantastic. And you know, anytime something like this happens, you have to ask, like, why is it happening, right? Like, anytime something becomes easier, it's because another thing has become too hard. And I don't think it's a skill. I don't think the skills have become too hard. I think the ability to monetize those skills have become too difficult. And so when people are looking around, they're like, well, I don't know how to like make money. I want to be a storyteller. I have all these great ideas, great stories, and they are great ideas and great stories. They're not just people like sort of like pretending that they're really great because they have friends that won't tell them that they're terrible. Like, these are really great stories and really great ideas, and people want to make them, and they just can't find funding to be able to do it. They're going to flock towards the tools that give them the ability to tell stories. That's how God made them. God made people as storytellers. They're going to find ways to be storytellers. So the only option is to receive investment, to try to figure out how to raise money on your own and do it on your own, which is really hard and challenging. And not everybody has the skill set to do that. Or the third option is you're going to use the tools that let you tell the story that you want, and you're going to monetize them. So none of these shots contain anger, none contain cruelty. That is the point. This is before the organized, administrative, institutional calm of men who have built a machine to break the person. Okay, so let's get these planned. So it created all plan A. Workers building the platform early morning. Wide shot inside a Gothic stone church in early gray morning. 2 workers in rough clothing construct a low wooden platform near the front of the nave, hammering planks into place. I don't know if we need this, but let's just because I use it. Maybe they need the platform there. Let's just see what happens. It's in the church, right? So let's do a start. Well, we don't need a start image. Oh, sorry. We got to go to image generator. Let's put the prompt in there. And then we're going to actually use the church building as a reference. I wonder if we can do it without crowds of people, though, because I really need... let's just see let's see what it gives me. Let's see what it gives me. It's gonna give me 4. Let's see what happens. And then what we're gonna do, because I like to go kind of speed run. This is how I speed run. I just copy and paste, and then go ahead and create 4 more images. That is too much. Yeah, I don't think we need this scene. This seems unnecessary. We don't need them building. Yeah, so it's thinking I have way more time than I'm willing to take. Okay, let's just go straight to the monks conferring. I think that's what we need. Man, I do like some of these shots, but I just don't think they're necessary. Yeah, we got to put the reference in too, because it... This looks kind of nice. I don't know if there'd be writing on the backside. Let's see. This probably looks pretty decent. We have 5. His thumb is weird. That's a weird... Well, actually, it might not be as... Because he's holding it with 2 hands. That's probably good. Let's create. So we're gonna copy this prompt, create video, and then we're gonna put this prompt in, and then we're going to generate it at 720. It always defaults to 1080 to kind of get you to spend credits. It's such a scam. It really is. And that we're gonna do this 3 times till we get one that we like. Well, let's just do it 4. So it's unlimited generation. So just do 4, and we'll figure out which one is best. Looks like we're queued for a bit. But, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, chat. Man, Facebook. You guys on Facebook, you don't share stuff. Yeah, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I was like, it seems like the Christian, Reformed Christian world, they just don't share stuff. They don't understand engagement maxing. Like, they don't know how to like and share and comment and stuff to kind of help boost other people. They're very protective about what they share, and like there might be a mistake or something in it, and they might get like a, I don't know if they're gonna get in trouble. I have no idea, but like they're just super protective, and like it's very hard to build a platform outside of that locked in sort of community, because they're not very helpful. Which is why I'm doing this, because I think they'll share this and it'll get to people who actually do share stuff with abandonment. Like, that's what you need to grow a social media platform, is you have to have an audience that share stuff with abandonment, and conservatives just don't do that. All right, we got, wow, they made 4 videos pretty quickly. I like that. That's good. Let's just use that. And then we'll look at the other ones, but we'll put this one in the plan 1. I like how he looks at the reel. Plan the scroll. He looks at the scroll. Plan 3. You're not really looking at, not much different. They seem way more planning there, huh? Go with that. Plan 3. 3. Let's put that into Premiere. All right, in Premiere, then we're going to drop these files in. All right, plan 1. There we go.
It was simple.
The plan was simple.
The plan was simple. The plan was...
I think we could probably bring it here.
Which is worse.
That's a lot of delay. That's a lot of delay.
Worse. Which is...
I wonder if I could trim this music down. Maybe if I...
Which is worse. And ashamed. Which is worse. The plan was simple.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Which is worse. Which is worse. The plan...
Yeah, maybe need a little crossfade there. Maybe a little crossfade. See if that helps just a little bit. I don't need a lot. I think just to smooth out that end. Kind of hard to tell because for some reason my cursor...
Which is worse. Which is worse. The plan and ashamed. Which is worse.
Yeah, that's
ashamed. Which is worse. The plan was simple. Stand the broken archbishop up in front of Oxford and
Alright. That's we're getting there. And then this
life
might...
wishing you could destroy. So I'll do the next best thing. I'll hold it in the fire and I'll watch it go.
Are we at... Alright, that actually got us to 3 minutes. Make sure we got we needed it to be at 3 minutes. And we'll make it 1 frame less just for safety. Sometimes it adds a frame or 2 at the end.
Oh.
Then we'll just dissolve this out. That puts us in real range. So the problem that we had was we didn't have any time to shorten the audio to less than 3 minutes.
Watch it go.
Here we go. So now we're 2:59:22. Perfect. All right, we can kind of lock this music in place now. Oops, nuts. Lock the music in place that way.
It was strategy. The second time, I told myself it was survival. By the fourth, I'd stopped pretending I had reason.
There's a jump there. Did you guys see that?
I'd stopped. By the fourth, I'd stopped pretending.
It looks like the paper moves, but it kind of creates a... I wonder if we can find that frame. Maybe right here. And then we can use this sort of dissolve. I think Adobe has a... generative dissolve. I thought they had. Let's video effects, transitions, video transitions, smart tools, motion camera, motion tween, shape flow, immersive video. We don't need VR. Dissolve, mosaic, morph cut. That's it. Let's render this out. Let's analyze it. Did we already analyze it? Are we done? Sequence, render, effects. Okay. Let's see if that smoothed out that. Where would that be?
Thomas Cranmer.
No, right here. Here we go.
By the fourth, I'd stopped pretending I had reasons.
Yeah, that's good. That's way better. You don't see the...
Fourth, I'd stopped By the fourth, I'd stopped pretending.
I'm wondering if my location of...
By the fourth, I'd stopped pretending I had reasons.
I think it fixed it. It's just not showing up in the preview. The first time we played it, it looked good.
Fourth, I'd stopped pretending.
What if we just move this 1 frame? Put the morph cut back on. Click on this. Analyze it. Center it cut. Start it cut. We'll center that cut. Let's try this. Sequence. Render effects in work area. And then go back. I think we're good though. I think it's... Where is that shot?
Survival. By the fourth, I'd stopped.
It still gives me... Maybe if we extend it? not doing quite the job I'd want it to do. Wonder if it's just something that could be done with a simple cross dissolve.
They're going to burn me.
It might come out on the render too. Sometimes my
Fourth, I'd stopped pretending I had.
yeah, it still gives me that hard cut. Let me delete that. Try a regular cross dissolve on here and see what happens. I still get.
I'd stopped.
Still very rough, isn't it? It is. It is. Yo, Young's definition says, did you ever hit your credit limits? I don't like that scroll being rolled up onto the wax mark. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, so a lot of these stuff I'm still I'm just kind of like framing, and then I'm gonna go back once I'm done with, like, I got a shot that I like, at least a rough shot, and then I'm gonna go back and fine tune it with more expensive credits but I have to have my initial shots. I want to line those up first. But yeah, so there's a lot that so I'm doing a lot. So no, I have not used. I have 500,000 credits. I've only used about 20,000 so far. So I still have a good ways to go. But right now I'm just using the free models to make sure that the shot looks the way I want it to. But yeah, so thanks, Yox. Appreciate the chat and engagement. I was just trying to fix this kind of like rough cut right here. You were talking about the scroll. This one. What, you're talking about this one?
The second time.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. The actual clip is actually a lot worse. If I show you the actual clip, I actually the actual clip is just terrible. It doesn't make sense at all. So it just like comes out of the table for some reason, and then like has no gravity or physics when it's rolled up. So I cut that. I just kind of just had the roll, because what I want is I want the roll with the text. There should be text on there, but the text is really hard too. So, yeah. So, so that's what we hid. That's what we hid from the cut, just to make it functional for now. And then we'll go back and what's also yeah. So we'll fix that. But so we're just going back. I don't know how long you've been watching, but the last scene I like.
Hand you'll spend the rest of your life wishing you could destroy. So I'll do the next best thing. I'll hold it in the fire and I'll watch it go.
Yeah, the ending gets me, dude. The ending gets me, Yonks. So, let's see. Okay, so we got this
Ashamed, which is worse. The plan was simple. Stand the broken archbishop up in front of Oxford and have him confirm publicly that.
All right, let's see what Claude has for me on some more prompts. So what I'm doing, Yonks, I don't know how long you've been with me, but I'm having Claude has the whole script. So Claude is planning B-roll shots for me, and we're just kind of going through and adding them. So a hand unrolling the prepared recantation. Let's see if it's able to do this. It really does struggle with papyrus scrolls. It really does. So we're going to image generation, and then we're copying the prompt, and then we're just doing some free image credits. So we get 4 at a time. And then we're waiting for those images to be generated. Yeah, see, like this is the thing, like the text, like what does the text say? It technically should be in English because they're in Canterbury, but it never is. Maybe if I say English recantation, close of a monk's clean pale hand unrolling. See, it says it's unrolling. What does that say? Yeah, so it's kind of, the text has been very difficult. I like this though. This actually looks kind of nice, but it's too bright. Like, because you can't exactly tell what it says, so it's not like, but it has a blank space for the signature, which I think is pretty decent. Let's just see what this, we're going to copy this prompt, and then we're going to create the video. And then extreme close-up of a monk's clean pale hand unrolling. The monk's sleeve is dark, clean press, shot on ARRI with macro lens, fine film grain, candle lit lighting, warm. Maybe that'll help take away some of the, seems like about 55K when it should be about 32 there. Let's see what this does. So then what I do is I just generate this as 720p, and I do 1, 2, 3, 4, because they're unlimited. So that's what I do. So yeah, Yonks, thanks for joining the chat, man. It's great. It's great to have people, you know, so I'm not like talking to myself. So appreciate it a lot. I need to get kicked to put me on the front page, man. How do I get kicked to put me on the front page? It's always video games and e-girls. Like, we need some technical, instructional AI stuff on the front page of Kick. You hear me, Kick? I need to show some skin. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That's there. I showed some skin, Kick. That's how you get on the front page of Kick. CC Grove says, you could try being an e-girl. I'm not going to be an e-girl, man. That's crazy. Kick needs to put some wholesome content on the front page. That's all. Rumble, you can't get on the front page unless you're viewbotting and you're you know, talking politics and stuff. I don't want to viewbot, and I don't really care to talk about politics. Yeah, it's still not candlelit. But not bad. He's actually drawing a line there. That won't work. He's drawing a line there. Drawing a line there. What was he drawing a line in all of them? Okay, let's cut it here. I think if you just cut it, if you're shot, because he is drawing the line. Oh, no, he's not. It's already there. Oh, it's perfect. All right, we'll use this. We'll use this, and we'll do some color grading on it to make it more candlelight. That's easy enough. Easy enough. No need to complicate things unnecessarily. You know? I mean, you could always complicate things, but I just don't think it's necessary. We've already got some pretty complex shots in here that were pretty difficult.
Archbishop up in front of Oxford and and have him confirm publicly that Rome was right and he was wrong.
That clip is too long, but it works. So just
Good.
maybe to
And have him confirm.
cut it here. So it's already, hands already in motion.
Front of Oxford, and have him confirm
There we go.
publicly that Rome was right and he was wrong.
Alright.
Oxford, and have him confirm.
Let's see what Claude gives me for B-roll for, let's see. Official inspecting the church. Medium shot of official in dark formal tutors walking slowly down the center aisle in a prepared church, surveying them. He nods slightly to himself. Everything is in order. His hands are clasped behind his back. We might not need that. The church doors open from inside. Wide shot from the church looking forward to the main doors as they swing open. Cold gray. The crowd filling in. Let's see. Let me go back and listen to the.
And have him confirm publicly that Rome was right and he was wrong. Their show, their script.
All right, let's do their show, their script. Seems like this. Let's see how this works. Their show, their script. Image generation. Image generation. 4 images. It's inside the church as they swing open. Oh, here we go. Ooh. These look so good. Does that look like modern clothing to me? It looks a little modern. Which one were we looking at? We were looking at this one. That looks better. Let's do this. Let's just see what this creates for me. Copy the prompt. Create the video. 720. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yo, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to the front page kick, everybody. I'm on my way. I just gotta not show skin and hold my values. And just focus on rendering out Fox's Book of Martyrs and TikTok Reels. That'll make it to the front page of Kick. Oh man, I have not had breakfast or lunch today. I'm probably going to stop at 1:30. I actually might do Chick-fil-A for lunch. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Man, guys, the Lord's Chicken, yeah, it just opened up in town. We haven't had one. I've been here 6 years and haven't had Chick-fil-A here in town, and we finally got one. We do have a Chick-fil-A that doesn't count though. We do have a Chick-fil-A like we had it at the like inside the college, and that just doesn't count. Let's look at these videos. Why are their hands weird? Why do we always have weird artifacts? We don't need anybody's hands though. There we go. They are not. That is. They're rocking. They're rocking. Are they wearing Patagonia suits? In the Reformation? Yeah, come on, guys. Wide shot from inside the church, swings open, cold gray morning, daylight floods in through the widening gap, dark silhouettes of waiting spectators in Reformational era clothing, monks, and what do you call the poor people in a town? The is it the peons? It's the lower class citizens. How about that? Are visible monks and lower class citizens. Let's try this. We'll do one. We don't need them wearing Patagonia. Dude has jeans on. Come on, peasants. That's right. It was peasants. Peasants was the word I was looking for. Let's see what lower class citizens does for us. It's gonna just generate a bunch of crackheads. Yo, 3 people on Kick. I don't get up this high very often. Must be doing something right. If you're new, feel free to follow and like. Appreciate you joining me on Kick. Not a single comment on LinkedIn live stream, by the way. LinkedIn is a terrible platform. It's a terrible platform. I hate it. Let's generate. After this clip is generated, I'm going to go get lunch. It's great if you want to feel bad about yourself. Yeah, I made a meme the other day with like the LinkedIn emoji carrying icon. And I said, this is the icon that rich investors use on founders struggle posts. Absolutely true. Every time you type something, you'll just get all these rich people and they'll just give you the care emoji. That looks better, I think. That works. This clip works. I can't. It doesn't seem like it's not too terrible. I'm gonna go with it for now. At least as a placeholder. Do. Let's put it in. Crowd in the church to premiere.
Oxford and have him confirm publicly that Rome was right and he was wrong. Their show was right.
I'm down with that for now. For now it works. Let's save it. Boom. All right. See you, Seagroves. I'm heading out. Everybody, thanks for joining us. If you're watching on Kick, please be sure to like and follow. We're going to be doing this some more. Live prompting. I really like doing this. It's a lot of fun. I love the chat helping with the edit. It's really fun. And then once it's done, we will we'll be able to post it. So I'm super excited about that. Anyway, thanks everybody so much. And I will see you. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah, I'll be streaming Saturday. So maybe in the evening, maybe some in the morning, maybe some in the evening. I don't know. Just depends on what we got going here. But again,